Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to do a little science experiment. Now it's pretty simple. It's not really a hard experiment to do, right G?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. So we have some things we brought along with us. Gia, can you show my friends what we have?
Sponges.
Oh, sponges. Now these are the sponges we used to paint last week, right?
Yeah, so they're a little hard this time.
They are a little hard. So we're
Because
going
they
to...
had paint on them.
Yeah, they're a little hard. We washed them. They're a little tough right now.
They smell like paint.
Do they? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Oh, they do. So we're going to go ahead and use these for our science experiment today. Now, Gia, can you tell my friends what we have here?
So we have water right in this little container.
That's right. There's a container of water. Oh. And I can't really show you. Now, I can lift you up here, and I'm going to show you here. There you go. See, there's a little tub of water. All right. A little Tupperware tub of water.
Might want to put my hair up for this.
You might want to. Because what we're going to do today is we're going to make rain. We're going to make rain. So to make rain, first you need to make a cloud. Because where does rain come from?
A cloud.
Rain comes from clouds. And if you watch the videos that I sent to you, rain comes from a cloud. Now, how does it come from a cloud? Well, the water from the earth evaporates up and it forms water droplets in a cloud form.
Like water from a lake, these like little invisible like dots go up into the air, into the cloud, and then the cloud like explodes and rain comes everywhere.
That's a pretty good explanation of what happens. Those little droplets are called vapor. Can you say vapor?
Vapor.
Yeah, they're little vapor droplets. And they go and they rise up. You can't see them. They go all the way up into the sky. And then they kind of add up to on top of each other. And they add up and add up and add up and up. And then you get a cloud. And then that cloud gets heavy. Real heavy. Full of all that vapor. And then those little water droplets that turn into ice crystals because it's so cold in the sky, they unfreeze themselves as they drop lower. And then they become little water droplets. And then the cloud can't hold it anymore. And then psh, comes down and rain. So we're kind of going to do that. All right, so we're going to take our sponge, and this is going to be our cloud. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put our sponge into the water, and we're going to let it soak. All right? Now, what happens to the sponge as you let it soak?
It gets wet.
Well, notice it was really light before. See, we have two sponges now, so I'm going to show you this one here. It's super light. It's not heavy. But these sponges we put into the lake, into the water, they're getting really wet.
Oh, that's heavy.
They're heavy. They're soaking up all of the water. Let me show you here, okay? So if you look here, those sponges are filling up with water. They were super light, but now they're getting really heavy. Because even though water doesn't look heavy, water is actually really, really heavy. So we're gonna go ahead and now lift it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Now, you got a couple drips here, but it's not pouring out.
Yeah.
Because the sponge is holding on to the water. Sponges soak water up. They don't just let it go. If you put your hand in and you put your hand into the water, it just comes right off, right? The sponge, though, holds on to it. And that's what a cloud does. A cloud holds on to the water until it can't hold it anymore. I'm going to put it back in.
Me too.
I want to turn it over. I'm going to let it really soak in, all right? Let the sponge soak all this water up. Because clouds don't just rain all the time. There's certain clouds that don't rain at all.
I wonder if this one's going to be heavy because this one's thinner and smaller.
Well, let's find out because these were a little thicker. All right, so lift this up. Ready? So we're going to hold this over the lake, all right? And then, well, not yet. We're going to squeeze it on the count of 3 and see what happens, okay? Pretend this is now the cloud hanging over the earth, over the lake. Ready? We're going to count to 3. Squeeze it. 1, 2, 3. What happened?
All the water came out.
All the
now
water
it's
came
all
out.
light again.
It's light again. It doesn't weigh much. All right, so all that water that was keeping it heavy, it got too heavy. We squeezed it and out came the rain. And now there's no more rain left. Once a cloud lets go of its water, the cloud goes away. Now our sponge is light again. All right, now let's shake this one. All right, take the other one. Ready? Let's soak it. Let it float. And as you watch it, it's gonna start to sink to the bottom. I'm gonna bring it back over, okay? So all that water in there soaking up into this sponge, into our cloud. Now, if you notice, I'm gonna touch it. It's not floating anymore. It's sunk to the bottom. Now, it did this because it's filling up with water. Just like a cloud fills up with water, our sponge is.
Wait, this one's actually getting thicker.
It is. Well, why do you think it's getting thicker?
Probably because the water is pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing down into the water.
Hey, it's expanding. Can you say expand?
Expand!
That's right, it's expanding. So all that water in there is helping the sponge expand. Just like in real life, if you look up at the clouds, as a storm comes, as a thundercloud or a thunderstorm starts rolling in, the clouds get thicker and thicker and thicker and darker and darker and darker. Okay? So our sponge is acting the same way. It's getting thicker and thicker and thicker. All right, so it looks like it's pretty heavy. Ooh, mine's heavy.
Mine's heavy.
All right, ready? You're gonna feel the difference. This one's heavy, our other two are light. Let's put this down, let's feel the other one. Oh yeah, what a difference.
Woo.
This has no water in it, it's super light. Now let's pick up this one again, ready? Pick it up, ooh, feel it? It's so different, so heavy. All right, let's make it rain, all right? I'm gonna hold mine right up here, and we're gonna make it rain. It's now too heavy, and here comes the storm, ready?
I'm gonna put more water.
Oh, here comes, geez, more water cloud. You ready? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. That was a big storm. Yeah. Oh, you got a lot. Whoa, there you go. You get all of it out. Oh, look at that. It's super light now. What a difference.
Mine's still super thick.
Yeah.
Still thick.
Well, it's still expanded a little bit, but they're light now. So you guys can do this at home. If you have sponges, if you don't, just watch again. But let's talk about what happened. Now, before we put our sponges in the water, they felt really, really light. And then we put...
And these ones are really, really heavy because I put both of them in the water.
That's right. And now we put this in the water and it feels really, really heavy once we pick it up. Just like in the real world, all that water evaporates up into a cloud. The cloud gets too heavy. And then when it gets too heavy, what happens?
It falls all the way down.
The water comes back to the earth. Oh, I just got water in my eye. Ow. Be careful. The hazards of science experiments. So, you guys can do this at home. If you have sponges, okay? If you don't, just watch, have fun, enjoy it. Don't make too big of a mess. Find a nice nice area where you can clean up easily, okay? All you need is a little bucket or a little Tupperware, some water, and there's a couple sponges, all right? Try it at home yourself. See you guys later.
Bye.